Well, good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. It is June 22nd. This is my fourth WIP and Chat, and WIP and Chat means work in progress. So I'll start diamond painting, and I'm going to share some things with you about this whole week. First of all, how's everyone doing? I like to ask that. And I am doing good, considering my week was pretty crazy, and I will share about that here after a bit. Thought I read my prayer card. It says, "Everything is possible for one who believes." Mark 9:23. It's a very pretty card. So yeah, that's a good prayer for today. Stick that here so that I don't forget. It's a very sunny day here in Ellis, Kansas. Right now our temperature's 76, so it's pretty warm already this morning, and it is 6:39. The high will be 93. The wind is from the southwest at 50 miles per hour. And this is kind of calm from earlier in the week. Monday and Tuesday is supposed to be up to 100 degrees. So it's going to get pretty hot, which is nothing new for Kansas. This is about where it should be for this time of the year. Like I said earlier, it's been an interesting week, so I will share that here in a little bit. And first of all, I want to thank all of you subscribers. On Tuesday, I reached my 100th subscriber. So whoever you are, I'm giving you kudos. Thank you for being my 100th subscriber. It was kind of a shocking after my Monday, so it was a nice little treat to see I had 100 subscribers, and I did check, I'm up to 115 now, so it keeps growing, so that's awesome. I hope what I share in my WIP and Chats is something interesting, and you will keep coming back to hear more. Remember, when I reach 500 subscribers, I'm going to have a giveaway. And who knows, maybe I'll decide to do more than one. Right now, it's just going to be one, but you never know. So anyway, before I get started, lay this here. I want to show you what I'm working on. And I've had two other WIP and Chats. Now, last week, I did a kitting up of a Santa Claus because Diamond Grandma, which I'll put her information in the description after I get my video posted and everything. Right now I'm working on a cross. So those were my first two WIP and Chats. It's coming along very nicely. I try to always work on it like Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Last night I didn't get there, but that's okay. So hopefully today I'll be able to work on it while I'm talking to you, and maybe later on also, but I'll just have to wait and see. Okay, I'm going to do my best. Hopefully you can see me work on this. I know I keep saying I need to work in my spare bedroom, and it's just something that's going to have to be done. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to move you. I'm kind of over in this area right here. I just have a few, the letter S and the letter P. And let's see. P is this color right here. I don't know if you can, I guess I gotta kind of raise it up there. There's the P, and that's 3865. Yes, 3865. Okay, so I'm gonna stick that there. And I got them all ready, put in my boat. Whoops. There we go. There they are. Okay. Put my pen out of the way and I am going to get started here. Oops, I found a diamond laying off to the side. And I'm gonna just visit with you and we'll see how this goes. It may be an hour long, it may be a little over an hour. I really don't know. I have a lot to share, so we'll just let it go from there. Okay, so last week Saturday, my husband went swimming after work. Then he came home and decided he wanted to go back to Hayes because there was a carnival in Hayes. I'm not a carnival person, but I was being a good wife and went along with him. Whoops, hold on a minute. I had 2 diamonds that attached themselves. And I need to pull them out now. Okay, hold on here. Don't know why that did that, but it did. Okay, let's see if I can flip it over. There we go. There's dirt. Okay, so we went to the carnival and everything, and he rode, I think, 4 rides. I'm not a ride person. I do not like heights. And just watching the rides just either go around in a circle this way or go around in a circle this way. Not gonna happen. I done it one time and it just doesn't agree with me, so I just do not do them. But he had fun, which is fine. And then before he did the rides, he decided he wanted to have nachos. Okay, so we went and got them. $10 for nachos. I remember when they were $3. But what they did is they gave us, it was a bucket, probably about that much, filled it all up with the chips, and then put the nacho cheese on. The cheese sauce was watered down, which I'm sure they want to stretch it and everything, and with the price of everything. So yeah, and then he did his rides, and then we decided to get a funnel cake, and the funnel cake was $10 also. So I hope you can see. I'll try to pull my head out of the way. Anyway, so we brought the funnel cake home and ate it, and it was late. I think we got home around close to 11 o'clock. So yeah, that was Saturday. And then Sunday was pretty much a chill back day. We went and had breakfast at the diner down here, which was very good. I don't mind making breakfast, but you know, when you gotta fry the bacon, fry the eggs and everything, and it's just easier to go down there and let them make it, because he never knows what he really wants. And so last week he had French toast. That's what he wanted. He had a full plate of it. I just had sausage, eggs, hash brown, and toast. Sometimes I get their biscuits and gravy. It just depends. So yeah, I'm probably making you all hungry now. So then we came home. I didn't do much of anything. He did some odds and ends, and then we had to go back in the Hayes because Snoopy was needing some dog food. So we did that, and we stopped at other stores. And the carnival was going to be starting up about 5, but we didn't stay. Since we went the night before, it was like, that's enough. Plus, I wanted to get back home. So that was Sunday, and then comes our work week. Okay, I need to turn my fan on, so give me just a second. All of a sudden it got very warm. Okay, sorry about that. I should have remembered to turn it on from last week. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where are you wanting to? Okay, make so there's light. My ring light's not cooperating with me much today. So anyway, like I said, Monday starts work week. So it was just a typical day. I think it was already windy, but I don't remember. That was Monday. Today's Saturday. So anyway, it did get windier through the day. It was blowing pretty good. So then 4:30 comes. That's when I leave from work. I work from 8 to 4:30. And since it was windy, it was very windy. I take Highway 40, which is just a 2-lane. I very seldom drive I-70. It gets me there quicker, but I like old 40. That way I can see the wheat fields and everything. And sometimes you never know, you can see some deer, some wild turkey. So yeah, that's the reason why I take 40. I like seeing nature and everything. So okay, gotta stop that just for a minute here. I gotta put these away and get the next one out. So anyway, I was heading home, and like I said, it was a very windy day. And if you've ever had windy days, everything and anything can blow away on you. Well, along Highway 40, besides wheat fields, you also have just your regular field where nothing may be planted, or they planted it and it isn't, hasn't started growing yet. So there were some spots the fields were blowing quite a bit and pretty hard, and there were times you couldn't see the road. So yeah, that kind of tells you how bad it was. Okay, hold on. I need my ABs here. Nope, not that one. So yeah, I was getting closer to Ellis, and there was it was probably a mile, because it was from 150th Avenue to 140th Avenue that, like I said, it was really blowing. And it was blowing this dirt so much that I could not see the white lines, the white lines on either side of the road, or the line in the middle of the road. So when that started happening, I slowed down a lot, because on Highway 40, speed limit is 55. So I was going speed limit and everything. And then I had to really slow down. Something told me, you better slow your car down a lot. So I did, which I'm glad, because then ahead of me, I could kind of see an outline of a vehicle, and it did not look like it was moving at all. So, which I'm glad I slowed down, because if I wouldn't have, I would have hit the vehicle in front of me. So I had to stop and remind you again, the dirt is blowing. You cannot see. It was so thick you could not see very well in front of you. And it was very scary then. I don't know if any of you have ever driven through fog, but there are times when fog, we call it, it can be as thick as pea soup. And that's pretty thick. So, like I said, I had stopped and I could tell there was a vehicle ahead of me, there was another vehicle, and there was a pickup off on the side of the road. I don't know what happened. I decided just to stay in my vehicle. I was not going to get out because of the way the dirt was blowing, which, another thing, is a good thing that I stayed in. I probably wasn't sitting there very long. I had put the car in park, and all of a sudden, whop! Yeah, somebody smacked me in my rear end there. So it's like, okay. Well, luckily I had my cell phone. I called my brother. And I told him I was in an accident, and he goes, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yes." And he kind of knew where I was, just because. And now my, what you call it, doesn't want to work. Oh, I'll just use some of this. Anyway, so he told me, he says, "Whatever you do, do not get out of your vehicle." I said, "I don't plan on it." So anyway, I did see that person get out of his vehicle, but I didn't see where he went to, because he kind of like walked behind my car. And then, like I said, I didn't see him anymore. And then it didn't take long, and the sheriff, there were some sheriff cars, the fire department, I think EMS were all there. Because, like I said, there were 3 ahead of me. There was me, as far as I know, it was either 2 or 3 behind me. And we have this, it's called the Hayes Post. You can go on there and get your local news. And I think it was Wednesday I seen that it was 11 cars that were involved in this. So yeah. So I had to sit there until they told me I could leave. And I wasn't able to leave until 5:30. And I was supposed to go back into Hayes before 7 because the Ellis County Historical Society was having a meeting about our 150 year celebration that we're going to have. And I decided right after that I was not going to be going in, because I mean, just the way the dirt was blowing, it's like, nope, I don't need to be going back in for this meeting. I thought, I'll just stay home. Well, I also had to contact my husband and let him know that he should not come home Highway 40. Hold on a minute, I gotta fix my thing here. Oh, maybe I'll just use this one instead. That way I can keep diamond paint. So I finally got a hold of him. Told him, I said, "You need to stay in Hayes. You're not going to be able to come home." So he said, fine. So he went somewhere and ate supper. He went up to Walmart, and then finally I called him and said, "I think you can come home, but just come home I-70 way. That would be better for you." So that's what he did. So I don't think he got home then until around 8 o'clock, because, you know, he works until 6. And I mean, but I was glad when he was home. It was like, whoo-wee. Well, after I got home, I sent my supervisor a message and said I was in an accident. I'm okay, but I'm staying home tomorrow because it was supposed to still be as windy as it was Monday. And so then, yeah, Tuesday I was glad I stayed home because they ended up having to close that mile section again because that field was blowing so much. Well, then about 4 o'clock Tuesday, we ended up getting some bad weather roll in. And yeah, after that happened, I thought, boy, I am sure glad I stayed home because it was raining so hard. And then we had pea-sized hail to, I think, like marble-sized hail. But it didn't go real long. We received, I'm saying 2 inches of rain because my rain gauge, with it hailing so much, it put a hole in my rain gauge. Go figure. So I said, I'm going to call it as 2 inches of rain. So yeah, it was really a downpour. And before it had started, because my husband stayed home also, because actually we was going to go in Hayes on Tuesday. Since my car was hit, I was going to go in by the insurance, my insurance guy, and to the body shop. But with it being so windy, we decided we'll just forget it. We can do it another day. It's not like it's going to go anywhere. So yeah, my car on the inside is very dirty. I felt like I was a farmer. That's how dirty it was. And it just smells of dirt. And the dirt is fine. Very fine stuff. So yeah, that was Tuesday. And luckily, before it started to storm, I have cucumbers. So I told my husband, I want to cover the cucumbers. And he has a small little boat. Well, he doesn't use it anymore because he has a different boat. So we picked that up and it was already flipped over. So we laid it on top of the cucumbers. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did because I wouldn't have cucumbers anymore because that's how bad the hail was. I mean, even though it was pea-sized, it was a lot. So that was Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I didn't have to work either because we was closed. I work at a credit union. So, it's considered a holiday. So my dad and I went to Colby to the chiropractor who does acupressure, because he just sticks them in you. There are 2 of them, acupuncture and acupressure, and we get the pressure one because it doesn't go into your muscles. It's just in your skin a little ways, and that just kind of realigns your body and everything. And after Monday, I was needing it. So yeah, and then him and I went out for lunch, and then we came home, and then went to work on Thursday. Wasn't too bad on Thursday. And then around 2:30, another lady and I had to go to Walmart because Friday we set up a lemonade stand outside of our credit union. And that was, oops, goodness, I just spilled all my diamonds. Anyway, we did a lemonade stand because we had hot dogs, lemonade, and you got 2 cookies and a bag of chips. So that's why we had to go to Walmart. We had to buy the stuff for that, which was fine. And then yesterday was when we participated in the lemonade stand thing. In Hayes, they have a park. It's called Arc Park, ARCPARK. And this park is for individuals who have disabilities. So your kids, your teenagers, even adults can go there. And so they have special swings and all sorts of real cool things for the kids to play on. And so that's what we did on Friday. They set up a tent. One of the guys at work grilled the hot dogs. I had packaged up she had us bring cookies. So I packed in the morning, that's what I did. I packaged up all the cookies. And then I did work from 11:30 to noon in helping out. So then we went from 10:30 to 11. That way we hopefully got the lunch crowd. So we did sell some. We made $300, so that'll go to the Ark Park. And also Thursday morning before I went to work, I went to a local body shop. We have several, so I went to one of them that my insurance guy recommended. Had them look that over, because I'll have to find out, once it gets altered into the insurance, what's going to take place, if I have to look for a new car or what have you. So anyway, that was yesterday, and I came home from work, and it's like, you know what, I don't feel like cooking. We're just going to go down to the diner for supper. And I'm glad we did, because yeah, it was like, it's been quite the week. So anyway, that was my week. I hope you all had a better week than I. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. I know what it's like to have a bad week. I mean, it wasn't all that bad. I'm glad my car wasn't damaged as much as it was. I mean, it's the back end. I also got some hail damage from the hail on Tuesday. So it'll be what it is. So anyway, so then I decided I'll share about because I've been sharing about the state of Kansas and how do I want to say it? Like the town here where I live in, Ellis, and the town where I grew up, Victoria. Now I'm going to share about the town called Hayes, which is where I work. I thought you guys would find some of this interesting. Hayes was founded in 1867. It says our climate, it has 4 distinct seasons, which is true. We have spring, summer, fall, winter. Ours is, you never know, can happen all in one day. We can go from very nice to very cold. You just never know, which is okay. So anyway, as I said, Hayes was founded in August of 1867 as the Union Pacific Railway Eastern Division worked its way west. The town was named after Fort Hayes, the Army's military post located south of Big Creek. The U.S. Army established Fort Hayes, founded in 1865 as Fort Fletcher, then renamed Fort Hayes in 1866 to provide protection for settlers and railroad workers for Native American Indian resistance. Fort Hayes was named in honor of General Alexander Hayes, a Union general killed during the Civil War in 1864 at the Battle of the Wilderness. And I think I mentioned it probably in my first WIP and Chat that Hayes is spelled Hays. Some people spell it Hyes, and that is not correct. It's Hays. It says many of the first citizens of the rapidly growing town were railroad workers, desperados, and other notorious characters, making the early day of Hays City wild and dangerous. The soldiers from nearby Fort Hays added to the rowdy atmosphere when they came to town to visit Hays City's saloons, brothels, gambling houses, and dance halls. For several months in 1869, James Butler Hickok served as the acting sheriff after several incidents prompted citizens to form a vigilante committee, while Bill Hickok, as he became known, apparently was not elected but served as the will of the I can't even talk today. Vigilantes. The period from July of 1868 to December of 1869 was marked by 15 homicides. Man, back then they were wild. So anyway, that is the history of Hays. And then we do have all sorts of dining and shopping. The attractions that we have, I don't know if you can see, we do have buffalo or bison in Hays. It's down by Frontier Park, the bison herd. And then we have the Ellis County Historical Society Museum, which I am part of. We also have Fort Hays State University Sternberg Museum, which is this one right here that has all to do with dinosaurs. And they do have something that's called a fish within a fish. And that was found by Mr. Sternberg himself. I can't remember his first name. I'll have to look into that and share that the next go around. But anyway, it's a big fossil they have, and it's hanging up in the museum. So it's a big fish, and then you do see another fish within inside it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then we do have Rolling Plains Motor Speedway. We do have a speedway where they do racing. And then we have something called the Kansas. Now I probably don't know if I'm going to say this right. It's not Mercy. It's Marquet boxcar. It's from France, so it's a French word. I'll have to Google it and practice on how to say it. But this boxcar is, we had an American Legion. It's not there no more. They closed it here a couple years ago. Anyway, so on the west side of that building is where this boxcar is. And what it is the United States had sent over 49 boxcars to France, and it had food in there. I guess, here, let me just read it this way. A mini museum housed in one of 49 boxcars that France sent to the U.S. in 1949 in appreciation for the food the U.S. sent to France after World War II. And then you can get tours. And here in July, this is something my sister told me, that on, I think she said July 20th, they're going to have a 75th celebration. So her and I were thinking we would take our dad. And I completely forgot this. She had told me, she says, well, you remember Dad helped move that boxcar. And I said, oh yeah? I said, I did not know that. And then she was saying, well, Mom has her wedding album, okay? And it's pretty big. It's about yay big. I know you're going to say you're exaggerating. No, I'm not, because she then later could add to this her wedding album and put family photos in, which was, you know, something how they did back then. Anyway, there is a picture in there of my dad, his boss, and two other co-workers, and they moved the boxcar. My sister said it was down by the college, and they had to move it all the way to the other end of town almost. They're both on the south end of town, but the college is way down, and then they had to bring it up yonder. I guess that's how I want to say. Anyway, so Wednesday when I was with my dad, excuse me, let me get a drink of water, maybe I won't hiccup so much. Oh, real quick, I gotta show you. Snoopy is right there. See him? He just got there and he's gonna go to sleep. So, anyway, I just had to show you my Snoops. Anyway, so when Dad and I were driving to Colby, because it's about an hour and a half drive, something like that. Anyway, so I said, Dad, do you remember that? You moved that boxcar? He said, yeah, I do. I said, do you remember who all helped you? He said, yeah, it was my boss and two other guys. But he says, I don't remember where it was that we moved it from. And I couldn't remember. I knew my sister had told me, but I just couldn't remember anymore where. So, anyway, I'll have to let Dad know it was down at Fort Hayes at the college, and they moved it out there. So, anyway, I'm hoping that we can take them to that, and I think it'd be kind of cool to see. I've never been there. It's been there since, I think Dad said they built the American Legion, I want to say in 75, and then once they were done, that's when they moved that boxcar over there. So yeah, so I think it'd be kind of cool to see. And then we do have arts. We have Beach Schmidt Performing Arts Center, which is down by the college. We have the Hayes Art Council, and they do art walk in the spring, summer, fall, and winter. We have the Hayes Community Theater, and then we have the Hayes Symphony. Then here we have different parks in Hayes. Let's see, roughly we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 parks in Hayes. So that's a good, we have quite a few. And then we have different trails. We have a bike path. We have the Hayes Aquatic Park where you can go swim. And then we have golf and disc golf. Disc golf is where you use a frisbee. And then we have hunting and fishing. I looked, Kansas has more than 200 community lakes, and we have 40 lakes in Kansas that the state takes care of, and they range in size from 50 acres to 300 acres. And then Kansas has 150,000 private lakes, which are your farm ponds. And that's where you have to get permission from the farmer to go fish in the pond. Where I live, growing up in Victoria, like I said, we moved down into the country. I was 6th grade. There is a pasture behind us, and it has a pond, And then the neighbor to the west, it's behind his house. He has a pond. So anytime if we wanted to go fishing there, we had to first ask permission, and usually they gave it because you know each other, so, and they just tell you, you don't destroy everything, just take good care of it. So we did. They never had any troubles with us, because if we did something, we heard about it later. Mom and Dad got on us. So Kansas has 9 beautiful lakes. They are Wilson Lake, Canopolis, Cedar Bluff, Tuttle Creek, Council Grove, Milford Lake, El Dorado Lake, and Hillsdale Lake. So from Ellis to Wilson, it is 72.6 miles. So everything's from Ellis to wherever. So from Ellis to Canopolis, it's 104.3 miles. From here to Cedar Bluff is the shortest. It is 18.4. From here to Tuttle Creek, it's 18.5. From here to Council Grove, it's 188.3. From here to Milford, it's 154 miles. From here to El Dorado, it's 208.8. And from here to Hillsdale is 284.6 miles. So the shortest time is 24 minutes over to Cedar Bluff. The longest time is 4 hours and 3 minutes. So yeah, and there could be all sorts of different types of fish in our lake. We have crappie, we have largemouth bass, we have channel catfish, we have walleye, we have reed deer, sunfish, bluegill, flathead, rainbow trout, carp, you name it, it's probably in our lake somewhere. So anyway, for some reason my numbers got out of order here. Go figure. Anyway, so today I really don't know what I'm going to do. My husband is home, which is fine. He was going to go fishing this morning, but again, it's windy, so he didn't want to be out on the choppy waters, which is fine. Okay, what did I do with my little boat? Oh, it's underneath here. So yeah, I was kind of sad I wasn't able to go to the Ellis County Historical Society meeting Monday evening, but I didn't think I'd need to put my life in danger for a second time. And then by the time I get home, the meeting ended, it would have been about 9 o'clock. And yeah, it would have been harder to see, because about that time is when the sun starts setting. Okay, what was my number? 517. Okay, sorry about that. So anyway, that's the letter B. So yeah, I think my diamond painting's coming along pretty cool here. So yeah, like I said, I'm glad I stayed home Tuesday. Like I said, I felt fine afterwards. Tuesday I had a little stiff neck going on, but I ended up going to bed early. I did take 2 naps on Tuesday, just because I could, and I wanted to. And then, like, I went to bed early Tuesday night, even though I didn't have to work Wednesday. I thought I better get to bed. And I'm glad I did. I felt better by Wednesday then, for sure. So, yeah. That has been my week. Like I said, diamond painting, I'm still working on my cross. I know Diamond Grandma, and I'll put her link down below when before I post my video. Next month she does Christmas in July event. So that was the reason why I kitted up the Santa Claus, because I would like to participate in that. I think if I take a break from this, it'll be okay, and it'll do me some good to take a break from it. This coming week, it's gonna be pretty typical up until Wednesday. Wednesday, I'm going to see a doctor in Great Bend because I said something that I have something going on with my hip. So I made an appointment, and I was able to get in here in June yet, which was surprising. So yeah, do that, and I'm hoping I can stop in and see my godson and his sisters and his mom. Maybe see his grandma. I don't know. My husband was going to go with me, but he decided he better work, which is fine. It's like an hour drive to Great Bend, so that'll be fine. But I did tell him, I said, I hope you don't mind, but I think I'm going to use your pickup that day. One, I'm needing new tires on my car. Two, since the car was rear-ended, the muffler was kind of hanging low, and the guy at the body shop kind of lifted it back up. But he said try not to drive it so much or too far. And he did ask where I lived, and I said I live over in Ellis. He said, well, that's okay, but try not to use it so much until we can get you in and get it fixed, or it depends, I may have to get a whole different vehicle. So yeah, that will be this week. The only thing is, Wednesday, taking a vacation day, going to see the doctor, and that's in Great Bend, which is, like I said, about an hour from me. So I'll do that, and then after I see my godson and his sisters and that, we'll probably just come home and chill the rest of I would say the day, but that I can't say that because it'd probably be late afternoon by the time I get back. Boy, these diamonds are really stuck together. Okay, now I'm gonna have to do something about that. So yeah, and I would like to say that any of you who have thought about starting your own channel, go for it. It's pretty fun. I mean, you don't have to share the same things I share. You can share whatever, because I know most everybody shares about their own, I guess, say personal life, and then they share other things, but you should just do it. It's fun. I'm glad I decided to do it. I've done Facebook Lives before, so that doesn't bother me. It's just sometimes I'm like Lee and Lenore trying to figure out what I want to talk about. And then there are times where we're just going to have this little silence, and we'll just hear the clicking of my pen. Like that. Oh my, these are a lot of stuck together diamonds. It's crazy, because I've used these before, I mean, there's usually just a few, but this time when I poured out, there's quite a few here. Huh. All right, let's see here. What are we gonna do? Oh boy. Yeah, if you want nice containers, save your prescription bottles, take your label off, and you can use that for storing some diamonds in, or there's other things I'm sure you can use besides diamonds, but that's what I use it for. Oh, there we go. This is a little better. More single diamonds instead of stuck together ones. So anyway, that will be my week, and then hopefully hear back from the insurance, see what's what. Yes, well, Thursday night actually, someone from the sheriff's department had called, but I was already in bed. And then I called them Friday morning, yesterday I guess, and he wasn't there. They said he don't come to work until 3, so then I waited until after 3 and gave a call, but he was out on a call, and they said, can he call you back? I said, sure. I said, I'm okay with it. So I kept my cell phone close by, and when he called, he said, I just need to get some pictures of your car, some information from you, and then he said, that's all I need. I said, well, that's fine. I said, I have to work until 4:30, and then I said, when I'm done, I'll leave. But I said, if you want, you can just come here to the credit union. And he said, okay. He said, I'll come, I'll take the pictures and everything, and I'll just wait for you. I ended up clocking out. I think it was like 4:20. I decided I had enough of the day. I was ready to call it quits. So went out, and he walked over to my car, introduced himself, and he had asked a couple questions, and that was that. And before I left, or we parted ways, he says, I'll let you know, we had to close part of Highway 40 again because of the wind, and it was the same section. So he says, you may want to take I-70 going home, or before you hit 150th Avenue, you could go like a mile south, so that would take you out into the country, and then you can go around and come back in. Well, that's fine and dandy, but with the wind blowing, driving out in the country, it's not going to be any better. Because Tuesday, my insurance salesman was nice enough, and he came over to look at my car. He said he ended up going that way out into the country, and he said, that was not good. He said that was scary even to him, and he used to be a firefighter, so he knows the country roads and everything, which is fine, but he said that was scary. And for another person, especially a guy, to say that, and it's like, okay. So yeah, I just took Interstate 70. Well, when you're driving Interstate 70, it'll be on your left hand side if you're going west. And I got to, I'm on I-70, but you look way over, you can see Highway 40, and I could just see the dust blowing again. And it's like, wow, I'm so glad they closed that, because I'm sorry, nobody should be driving on that. It's just too dangerous. So yeah. Whoops, kind of stuck there. I may have to get my, which I can because I have it. It's just, okay. All right, let me do something here. Gotta pour out some more. Got a few that are sticking here. I hope everybody had a good week. I hope yours wasn't anything like mine, but if it was, I apologize. I'm sorry to hear that. Can't say I apologize, but I know when you have a bad week, it's just no fun. Goodness, my hand is just acting up today. And this hand shouldn't even be acting up because it's already had the carpal tunnel surgery. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see if I can get these in there without them going all over the place. So, yeah. Okay. I will put some links down in the description of some individuals like Leopard Leatherworks. They done this pen. They do an amazing job. Tim and his wife Carrie own that. And what I seen on Facebook, I guess they're gonna put a diamond retreat together and go on a cruise somewhere. So that'll be fun for those who like to go on cruises. I don't know if I would ever do that. Right now, it's going to be a no. But maybe one day. Who knows? Maybe when I retire. We'll see. I'm going to come up here a little bit and put some diamonds. I wouldn't mind hosting a retreat. I don't know when. Or I think it would be fun. I don't mind putting things together. It's just trying to probably find out what others have done in the past and see what I would do if I did one. I think that is all the letter B's. I don't see any more. Okay, put those away. Then I will dig out another color. I think I'm going to do C. Sometimes I go down the line. Sometimes I mess it up, mix it up, something like that. So, anyway. Well, I'm going to check the time here. Oh, it's going to be almost an hour. Wow. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. This here is our Chamber of Commerce and Convention. Hayes Welcome Center. Oh my goodness. And Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau. Whoa, I really cannot talk today. Isn't that pretty? At one time, well, that's at the corner of 27th and Vine in Hayes. It had a Hardee's a long time ago. I remember that. Go figure. Anyway, so they cleared it out and decided to do that. And it's supposed to be kind of like a replica of the Hayes train depot that they used to have a long time ago. So yeah, it's very pretty. And then up there is a map, and it tells you about roughly how many miles. Say from Hayes to Denver, it's about 340 miles. From Hayes to Omaha, Nebraska, it's about 334. I guess, I mean, they got Hayes as a star, but then off to the side, okay, Hayes to Kansas City is, hold on, I gotta pull down my glasses, 268 miles. Hayes to Salina is about 99 miles. Hayes to Wichita is 175. So, yeah. You have quite the drive when you want to go because, we're in the middle of the state and the middle of the United States. Right there, we are. The star represents Hayes. So, let's see. The upcoming events. Pretty soon we're going to have the Wild West Fest and the Ellis County Fair because that's all here in July. And then August will start, Victoria will have the Herzog Fest. So, yes, summer is underway, and it's summer when it is very hot in Kansas. Oh, this is a RV park that's along 183 there in Hayes. Isn't that beautiful? That is huge. Because yesterday I had to drive past. This is 183 right here. They were busy. There were a lot of RVs parked. And then, I don't know if you can see it. I'll point with the pen here. Right here, they have some cabins you can stay in. So, and then I think it's every Friday evening. If it's not every, it may be, like maybe every other. They do a movie night there. But anyone from the city of Hayes or surrounding towns can come and watch a movie. It's an outdoor movie. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if you remember, a long time ago, they used to have drive-in movies. Then they pretty much all closed. But Walkini, which is about, say 30 minutes from Ellis, they raised money and they're putting in a drive-in movie theater again. And it's along I-70, so it'll be interesting. I hope it goes over very well for them. They do have the screen part up. But then I didn't see any speakers yet because when you drive I-70, like going from Walkini to Ellis, it is, like I said, right off of I-70, so you can see it. And I seen it was up, but I didn't see any speakers anywhere, so it's still being worked on. Okay, guys, I think that is it for today. I want you to know you are loved. Here, let me turn this one more time. Let me do this. There he is. He's still sleeping. Oh, we did give him a bath on Sunday. Ooh, that was quite the challenge. He did not, sorry about that. He did not like it. He's not a bath person. And then I think he sensed that the storms were coming. So, yeah. Okay, so now I will definitely end this. Know you are loved by everyone. Okay? Be kind to each other. Don't be bully. I know there have been things on Facebook in certain diamond painting groups. I'm sorry, if you can't say nothing nice, please don't say it at all. We just do this to give us something to do. A lot of us maybe have mental health issues. We may have other health issues. Like I said, I'm a diabetic. I do really good with it, but there are days it's like I would like to just say and just eat whatever. I kind of messed up yesterday, but it went for a good cause. So yeah, be kind, because we're only on this earth for so long, and then once we're gone, it is a sad thing. So like Lee says, go give a loved one a hug, because you never know. So know you are loved and do something amazing for yourself. If it's just to sit and diamond paint for 30 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour, all day long. And if that's what floats your boat, that's my saying. If it floats your boat, go for it. I don't care. All right. Know that I love you as well. And please take care of yourself, because we all have this one body, and some of us have already put it through the ringer, and now we hear about it because it tells us you should never have done that. Okay, guys, I love you all. Hugs from Kansas, and I'll see you next week. Bye.